This is the Ryan McReynolds vlog tag. I've been meaning to make this ever since I was vlog tagged myself quite some time ago. By a girl from Britain named Rebecca, who, like me, is on the autism spectrum. And her screen name on YouTube, I hope I say it right, it's either Guinea is the coolest or Jenny is the coolest. I'm not sure how it's supposed to be said, but of course the exact listing will be at the end of this video anyways. Okay, the first question in the vlog tag is, what is your favorite TV show and why? Well, I like Full House, you know, it's got wholesome values on it, and it covered a whole lot of real life problems and how to solve them and all that. I also like The Simpsons, basically, you know, because, you know, some of the stupidity that goes on that show is really funny and all that, and not to mention, you know, when it comes to making fun of the political side of things, they've, you know, not been like, oh, we're going to make fun of the Democrats and not the Republicans, or we're going to make fun of the Republicans and not the Democrats. No, they've actually poked equal fun at both. And I also like the shows on dumb crimes, you know, because it shows, you know, the stupidity that the criminals did and how they got caught. Okay, question number 2. Favorite YouTube channel and why? Well, I'd say it's a toss-up between that one that I just spoke about a moment ago, and then that one from Family, which is two girls from England that live in Germany named Fiona and Emily. Because, you know, they do really good covers of various different songs, especially the classics and all that. Songs that I like and stuff like that, you know? Number 3, what's your worst habit? Well, I don't know why anybody would want to admit that one, but let's see. I know I do have a habit of, you know, shooting off my mouth on stuff that I believe or stuff that I stand for and all that and that sort of thing. And after all, the First Amendment of the United States Constitution is, you know, specifies freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom of assembly, and freedom to petition grievances and all that and stuff. And believe me, I've, you know, sent out numerous letters of grievances to people in political offices and all that. Number 4, worst movie you've seen. I'd have to say Bowling for Columbine. And why? Well, let's face it, Michael Moore put too many inaccuracies in that movie. And he claimed, you know, that Canadians will leave their doors unlocked when they go places. That's not true. There's actually plenty of Canadians that leave their doors locked just as much as Americans. No joke. Ask a whole bunch of people in Canada and they'll even say so, you know. Favorite gadget and why? Well, I do like my 4-track recorder because it allows me to record multiple tracks of the same song, like multiple instruments and all that, and of course my vocal, and layer it all down and all that, so it'll sound like, you know, a full band playing the songs when it's actually just me playing all the instruments, though not at the same time, just separate recordings mixed in to the same song. And I also like the computer because it allows me to do research and all that, including on Family Tree, and as well as, you know, editing recordings and videos and all that, and burning CDs and DVDs, and of course I like the video camera, which should be obvious. Which video camera do you use for your videos? Show us them. Well, as you can see, I have it on the mirror and all that, so you can see it. Of course, you can't see the whole thing, and you see me holding on to it. Of course, that's my current video camera, but it's not the first video camera I've ever used, because I've actually used, well, I would say 4 video cameras, except that wouldn't be completely accurate because there have been a couple other different video cameras I've used too. And except the thing of it is, the first and second video cameras I ever owned, and on this one, the third video camera I ever owned is part of the list. because it's the third video camera I've ever owned. Although before I owned this one, I was actually using my parents' video camera, especially after my second one went out of whack and all that, plus my parents hadn't really used theirs much anyways, and they allowed me to use theirs even before mine went out of whack and all that, so that, you know, I could film my cousin's wedding and all that and stuff to get much better quality video and all that, which turned out to be a great idea after all. This video camera definitely is better quality than my prior ones for sure. Favorite smell? That's a tough one, but I do have a funny story on that one, and that is that I remember, you know, somewhere in the 90s when I was a kid and all that, my mom had ordered these tulips from a bulb company and all that, and there was a card in there that said, "I came out all the way from Holland, and now I would like to breathe American air." And I had said that I wanted to breathe Dutch air since, well, since these tulip bulbs came all the way from Holland and all that, I wondered if there was any Dutch air in there, and I said I wanted to breathe it. When and where is your next vacation? Well, there is talk of having me take a trip down to West Virginia with my parents and all that to visit the property that we have that's, you know, been in the family for, you know, I'm not even sure how long, but probably at least, you know, 140 years, maybe 150. I don't know. It's somewhere around there at least, you know. What is your favorite internet meme? I'd have to say, well, I do like to go on the Facebook website and all that and stuff, and not only do I have my own Facebook profile, I even created one for my kitty cat as well and all that. Okay, and the last question on here is, when you were a kid, what did you want to be when you were older? Can you remember why? Well, I know that probably the first thing I ever wanted to be or something, as far as I can remember, is that I'd wanted to be a police officer at one time when I was a kid. And why did I want to do that? Well, I wanted to, like, arrest bad guys and throw them in jail and all that and that sort of thing, and I think I also, like, wanted to be able to, like, issue tickets and stuff like that. In fact, I remember, you know, in school playground when I would, you know, like, play the role of police officer and all that and pretend to make arrests and all that, especially since, like, one of the things on the playground actually, it was a slide thing, but, like, well, you had to, like, climb up the ladder to be able to slide on the slide part of it, but the bottom part, like, looked cage-like, and people had gone into it and joked that it was a jail or something like that, and I used to even sometimes, you know, take people over there and say, "Hey, you're going to jail," or something like that, or "I'm putting you in jail," or whatever, you know, and but, you know, that was a long time ago and all that, and well, anyways, ta-ta for now and all that, and oh yeah, and there'll be a listing of who I'm going to vlog tag at the end and all that, and anyone who I've vlog tagged that hasn't made a vlog tag of their own, I hope they will soon. Thanks, and God bless. Bye.